Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to Outdoors with Geoff. Before we light the coals for today's cook, take a minute and hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you can be notified of any new content that comes to the channel. What's up barbecue crew? Welcome back to Outdoors with Geoff. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be making some swordfish steaks on the Char-Griller Gravity 980. On the swordfish, we're going to hit it with a little bit of olive oil, and then we're going to come back and season it with Heath Ryle's Simple Citrus rub. That rub has some citrusy items, some lemon, a little bit of lime, and garlic, and some other things in there that provide a great mix for seafood. For the Brussels sprouts, we're actually going to cook those in a cast iron pan. And before we do that, we're going to cook some bacon in that pan. And after the bacon cooks, we're going to pull that out, and then we're going to cook the Brussels sprouts in the bacon fat. And we're also going to come back and hit it with Fiesta brand's garlic pepper seasoning. Now, cooking it in that cast iron pan at high heat is going to give it a nice crispy texture, and it's going to provide some good extra flavor that you wouldn't get just from normally steaming or boiling Brussels sprouts like some folks normally do. For today's cook, we're going to be using B&B charcoal, and we're going to be running with post oak wood chunks as well. We're going to be running the Char-Griller Gravity 980 at 475 degrees for this cook. Enough talking, let's get to the cook. So we're starting with the prep for our Brussels sprouts first. Here I'm taking 4 slices of bacon and cutting them into about 1/2-inch pieces. The Gravity 980 is running at 475 degrees for this cook, and I've already heated this cast iron pan, and so it's time to get this bacon on. And this bacon is going to take about 20 minutes to cook. Just make sure you get it spread out nice and even. And in the meantime, we're going to start the prep on our Brussels sprouts. Now I'm just cutting the bottom off on the Brussels sprout and then cutting them in half. So 20 minutes are up and our bacon is done. So I scooped that out and left the bacon fat in there. And now it's time to get the Brussels sprouts in. The combination of this hot cast iron pan and this bacon grease is going to add a ton of flavor to these Brussels sprouts. Here I'm giving them a little shake around. And next I'm going to come back with a good dose of the Fiesta brand's garlic pepper seasoning. So with us cooking at a high temperature and us wanting an al dente type finish, we're going to give these Brussels sprouts only about 20 minutes and flip them after 10 minutes. While the Brussels sprouts cook, I'm going to go ahead and get our swordfish steak seasoned up. So take a drip of olive oil and hit both sides and spread it around, and come back with a good dose of the Heath Ryle's Simple Citrus seasoning. Make sure you season all sides and go heavy. This is a dense piece of fish that you're dealing with. And we're going to let these rest up until it's time to get them on the grill. And our Brussels sprouts are looking great. I'm calling these done, and we're going to pull these off and mix them back with the bacon. To get a great cook on these swordfish steaks, I'm going to be using the Meter Plus. Here I'm inserting the probe into the middle of the steak, and we're going to go ahead and get into the Meter app and start getting set up here. So here I'm choosing my protein, which is fish, and then I selected the swordfish fillet. And I'm cooking to an internal of 129 to 130 degrees. And you see they give you directions on how to insert the probe. And be sure and keep the base near the actual probe near your grill. Now that the app is set up, it's time to go ahead and get these steaks on the grill. So at this point, I'm just cooking the temperature and I'm following the app. It's been about 6 minutes already. And as you can see with the notification that I got with the app, I have about 8 minutes remaining on the cook. Here the meter is giving us our alert to remove the swordfish from the heat. And you can see we're at 120 degrees, but our carryover will take us to 132 degrees. And this is how everything came out. Okay, barbecue crew, another cook officially in the books. Let's get a quick recap. We started with our Brussels sprouts and we got the temperature on the Gravity 980 up to 475 degrees. We then took a cast iron pan and put some bacon in it, cooked the bacon, and then took the bacon fat and put those Brussels sprouts in it and let those run for about 20 minutes. We seasoned the Brussels sprouts with Fiesta brand's garlic pepper seasoning. And then we also came back and we seasoned our swordfish fillets with Heath Ryle's simple citrus seasoning. Afterward, we got our swordfish on the Gravity 980, and then we cooked to an internal temperature of 130 degrees. The meter probe had us take the swordfish off a few degrees beforehand to account for the carryover. And here we are. So at this point, everything looks great, everything smells great. Only thing left is a taste test. So I'm gonna start with the Brussels sprouts first. Make sure I get some of this bacon too. We know bacon makes everything better. That's good. That's really good. So you get the crunchiness of the Brussels sprout with the nutty flavor, and you also get the flavor from the Fiesta brand's garlic pepper seasoning. And you also get that crispiness and that savoriness from the bacon. This came out great. Now let's try the swordfish. That simple citrus is good. That's some good stuff right there. The swordfish really has a good texture to it. It's one of those, you know, when you typically get swordfish, sometimes it may be overcooked, so it may be a little bit tough. This is perfect. This is perfect. And you get all the citrusy notes, the lemon peel, all those extra things that's in that simple citrus rub. So that's a great rub right here. Like I said before, I've tried it on some shrimp, and I'm definitely gonna use this on some other things as well. That's all I got for today. Thanks for watching, and be sure and leave a comment. Let me know what you thought of the cook. All right, guys, thanks for watching this episode of Outdoors with Geoff. Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon for notifications when more content comes out. And also check out these videos here on the channel as well.